Hello guys, this is my new video, and today I'm going to, I gotta say, just before I start this video, what a somber week in wrestling this has been, hasn't it? It's been a horrible week, and I'm here to review Friday Night SmackDown, which happened on Friday night, early Saturday morning here in the UK, and I'm going to go through exactly pretty much what happened in on SmackDown and the results of SmackDown. It started as they came on air, and they started to have all the superstars that were there that night, including Eric Rowan and Braun Strowman. They were all on the stage with everyone else there that night. Karrion Kross, Zelina Vega, Street Profits were there. Bobby Lashley was there, who was supposed to be Bray's last opponent, and it was Michael Cole who they cut to, who was at ringside, and he said about the loss of both part of the WWE family, but part of the wrestling family, the losses of Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt in the previous 48 hours up to then, and they had a minute silence and the 10 bell salute, which was I have to say very, very well observed by everybody in the crowd. And I think what was so calmly chilling was at the end of that, the whole crowd started to sing "Whole World in His Hands," that was Bray's, which Bray sang in his Hero World days, and that was pretty much spine tingling. The crowd were amazing on SmackDown, absolutely amazing, and what I found so fitting was before they cut to a commercial break, which they had over here, they actually put the spotlight on Bray's rocking chair, which was such a nice touch. They moved a little bit as well. There is a good photo going, a nice photo, I should say, going around on social media of Eric and Braun standing together behind the rocking chair, just pretty much hugging each other and trying to help each other through this. And it was great because Cody was there, and like I said, Braun and Eric and Street Profits were there, Zelina Vega, Karrion Kross, like I've already said. But that was a perfect place for the screen to go back and into a commercial break. That was fantastic. When they came back, the first match was about to start. That ended up being Rey Mysterio up against Grayson Waller. And a good little back and forth match, this really. And Rey ended up picking up the win after Austin Theory tried to get involved, and Santos Escobar got involved as well to try and stop Theory from costing Rey another win, which he did, and it was pretty much a a 619 and the splash, the springboard splash by Ray to see him get the win over Waller. And Waller, another strong showing from him. And credit to him, he's a good young star. He's definitely got charisma. But I think what I liked about this as well, it wasn't really, and I think WWE knew that, wasn't really about the matches, and it really wasn't. What I did like at the end of that match, though, is that while the bit was going on the back end of the Ray and Theory section of it, it actually, at least in British TV, I'm sure for everyone else, it panned away from the ring and gave us a little bit of a Bray Wyatt kind of soundbite where you could hear Bray's old music as well, just for a second or two. I thought that was such a nice touch. Because emotions, even people who are watching at home, emotions were very, very high, hoping for a good show. And then they started to show some social media tributes made by the other wrestlers, and to both Terry and to Bray. Bray got a couple of other video packages throughout the night, and when I talk about the main event, the end of that was the end of the night was just stunning, to be honest. The next bit of action that was there was Io Sky defending the WWE Women's Championship against Zelina Vega. And one thing I have to say about Ray actually had Terry Funk, TF, and Bray Wyatt BW actually on his armbands. I thought that was a great touch by Ray. It really was. Going on to Io Sky and Zelina Vega now. Io Sky ended up retaining in a fairly decent women's TV match. Didn't go on for very long. One thing I didn't notice while I was watching it, I don't know why I didn't pick up on this. She had something. Zelina had Bray down her shoulder, top of her arm. That was a real touching thing by Zelina. Io got the win fairly comprehensively, I would say, really. But again, then there was more tributes. This is where it was tributes to Terry and what the WWE Universe said there. There was another video package for Bray Wyatt, which was fantastic, and taking you through all the eras of Bray's career throughout the night, which I thought was fantastic. And I sat there and I had a couple of emotional moments for both men. And then as we head sort of like into the middle to last portion of the show, middle to last portion of the show, Cody Rhodes came out and he did about 6 to 7 minutes of a talk all about Terry Funk, all about the history that his family has with a Funkster, and again emphasising how important not only was Terry to the wrestling industry, but obviously to his family and his career to a certain degree. And what I liked about that is, even though obviously Bray was the star in regards to, obviously he passed away only 24 hours prior to this. They also gave Terry equally as much time in their own way. But Cody didn't just end there just by talking about Terry. He then introduced the next match as a Terry Funk hardcore tag team match. And there was only one table used in this hardcore tag team match. It was between the Street Profits and the Brawling Brutes. But what I will say is that the tag match itself was a quality tag team match for TV. And Bobby Lashley did come down halfway through. I know that the Street Profits ended up getting the win. A very, very solid, like I said, a very solid tag team encounter. Looks like them and Bobby are slowly building some traction. So that was a good match and a good win for the Street Profits. Then we sort of went to more video packages, more tributes thrown in and being shown, social media tributes, of course. I will mention Alexa Bliss's tribute, which she put out on social media just before SmackDown kicked off, talking about her experiences with Wyndham and why she couldn't be there. Unfortunately, she wouldn't have got to the arena in time. The times didn't set up well. But that was a nice video. I did see that during one of the commercial breaks. Very, very nice touch from Alexa there. And again, it was just tribute after tribute for both men. And going into the final match, which I felt for Bray was quite fitting. LA Knight took on Finn Balor. Now, if you don't know, and I'm sure a lot of people do, the reason why this one was very significant is because Finn Balor happened to be the Fiend's first rivalry in WWE when Bray first brought in the Fiend character. And what a feud that was, really, when the Demon met the Fiend as well. But that was probably his longest singles rivalry, really, in WWE, I think, against Bray's final opponent of his career in the pitch black match, the Royal Rumble, LA Knight. And this match was again a solid back and forth main event. Wouldn't expect anything other than from Finn Balor. LA Knight though got the win with the blunt force trauma after Finn Balor tried to hit the coup de grace once or twice, missed every time, and LA Knight hit the blunt force trauma to get the win on. And I find it fitting in a way that Bray's last opponent got the win in the very last match. And before the match, though, LA Knight did do a very, very good promo. It was more LA Knight not talking with his same brashness or anything like that, or it wasn't a conventional LA Knight thing. It was, there was a lot of he gave a lot of tribute and respect to Bray Wyatt, and I loved it because near the end, in fact right at the end of the promo, he said, as a wise man once told me, if you ever run into me again, run, which was exactly what Bray said to him during his feud against LA Knight, and that was such a cool way to end that promo. And at the end of the match, when LA Knight picks up the win over Finn Balor, Um, I just found that so good, where the usual saying is, with everybody saying L.A. Knight. Once he'd done that and the crowd had said that, the kind of like the Fiend entrance started, where the lights start to go out one by one, bit by bit, which was a lot of people were getting emotional in there, and I got emotional at this. The Fireflies came out for a second time. Obviously, it came out at the start of the show after the 10 bell salute. They came out again. The Fireflies came out one last time, and this is where I broke down. I have to admit, I had a little bit of a cry at this. As the lights were brought down, the lantern was being shown in the middle of the ring. Bray's lantern. It was such a cool way to finish. And they had it on there, and what I loved great was the camera work. I've got to give some praise to the cameramen, because the way they had the camera and they shot something, and it looked like it was on the Titantron. It was Bray standing in the middle of the ring, looking up, like he was looking up towards the heavens on the Titantron. It was like a hologram sort of image of Bray, and the way they shot it made it look like Bray was in that ring, was actually in the ring there, and it gave me chills, and it made me cry a little bit, because and then to hear the chants of "Thank you, Bray, thank you, Bray, thank you, Bray," it was a beautiful way to end the show on Friday night. I stayed up for it to about 3 a.m. over here in the UK, and it was an emotional night. It was something that I think WWE with the video packages, and like I said, they both gave Bray and Terry ample amounts of time. It wasn't just about one or about the other, but that last touch for Bray was, it was emotional. It was emotional, and the show went off air from there. And to me, rounding it all up, I think SmackDown was a very good tribute show for both guys, for Terry Funk and for Bray Wyatt. And like I said before, those two will be so badly missed, so sadly missed, and badly missed. They're both pioneers of their time, I would say. But I will never forget the start of that show, with the fans singing and Bray's rocking chair, and at the end the hologramic sort of image of Bray on the Titantron, but they made it look in such a way that he was in the ring in that arena, even though he wasn't. With the lantern, that was a lovely touch. Having the lantern in the ring in the middle, and it kind of looking up at the Titantron at Bray's image. It was as good a tribute show as I think WWE could have done. They did both men proud. They did me proud as a wrestling fan. I'm so pleased with the way they did it. And it just goes to show you, at the minute, you can probably tell in these last couple of wrestling videos I've done, I'm lost for words, and that's because I still am. It's still, like people have said on social media, it does not still feel real. And but it was a great show for two fantastic men, well respected men. One's legend, one is probably the most creative mind probably that's ever been in WWE. And I thoroughly enjoyed the show. I hope everyone else that watched it did as well. If you've got thoughts on the show, was there anything you thought they missed or that they could have done better? I think less is more, and I think they did make it mostly about Bray and about Terry. Again, rest in peace to both guys. They're going to be sorely missed. Do leave your comments down below for me on what you guys thought of the tribute show, and I'll be back soon with more wrestling content. I'm new to doing wrestling content, so but it's been a love of mine since I was 4. I'll go into a video a bit about my love for wrestling, but I'll do that in an upcoming video. But in the meantime, let me know what your comments on this week's SmackDown was. I will be doing a review of All In, so look out for that. I will give you my thoughts on All In, and there'll be a lot more wrestling content coming around the corner. So until then, please do like, please do share, subscribe to me, and I will see. Sorry, I'm just babbling again. I'll see you guys very soon. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you down the road, my wrestling friends. Bye for now.